Oh, I have a cat in my lap and my water's just out of reach.
Oh, and it's also episode 180 of Seddy Bimco, Part 2, The Revenge, where we talk about the mighty feats of Mr. Seddy Edward Bimco.
Wow.
One
Wait,
time,
that's new?
He ate his whole beard.
He ate his whole beard?
Yes, that's what this show's about.
Question, Tim, did he eat it down to the skin?
I knew you were going to ask that. I was thinking about this earlier.
I'm trying to picture this.
I didn't know if you were going to ask, does he get to cut it off? And I'm like, no, it's big and long. He eats it like a hoagie.
I mean, I get
he just has to bite it off.
He can manipulate his skin if it's stretchy enough to get it.
Well, they measure it before he eats it, and then they just...
Oh, this was part of a contest.
Yeah, then he measures how much is gone, and that's how they figure it out.
I like this. This is, you know what, Tim? I'm going to say something shocking to you.
What?
I think the adventures of Mr. Mighty Sedward Bimco. This is
Seddy Edward. Come on.
Seddy Edward, that's his name? This is way better than the old age questions you're going to crap all over us in a second. Let's hear it, Tim.
Well, this week, though, you picked it. Let's tell people. What are we watching?
Oh, we're watching 2014's, this could be hard to say, Australiens.
Yes, the end is spelled like aliens.
But it's spelled like aliens, like from outer space. Yeah. Yep.
And we're going to talk about that and create revenge sequels and talk about Seddy Edward Bimco. But first, age-old question about revenge, George. Every week. Did the man who bought a kangaroo costume...
Oh, very in keeping with the movie.
I am. Did he ever get revenge on the clerk who sold it to him because the clerk didn't ask him if he had ever worn a kangaroo costume before, which he hadn't.
Not the fucking clerk's job to do so.
He's supposed to ask because he didn't know that the first step in wearing a kangaroo costume is to remove the scorpion before putting it on. There you go.
Do you remove the scorpion and place it on a frog, Tim?
Yeah.
It's Seddy Bimco Part 2. The Revenge, the show where we create revenge sequels that nobody wanted.
It's Seddy Bimco, Part 2, The Revenge. We give revenge sequels to movies that didn't want them.
Or didn't have them, or didn't deserve them, all the above.
Or
we are America's foremost, we are America's foremost revenge-driven podcast. But we have been... Oh, and I'm George O'Connor. We're both cartoonists. Mm-hmm. And we have been, as Tim was saying before I cut him off accidentally, we have been taking a tour of the rest of the world. Last year and then some, we spent the entire time doing a tour of all 50 United States and then some. And boy, Tim, that was a mistake. I think we can agree.
No. Those are some popular episodes.
That's good. It's good.
But we're at the end of this tour. Did you think this was a mistake?
No, here's the thing. The world has a lot more to offer than just the 50 states of the United States. Like,
true.
We've seen movies with naked women being assaulted and movies with naked women being objectified and movies with naked women. Well, actually, Australiens doesn't fall into any of those categories, I'm happy to say. I've been trying very hard not to. It turns out a lot of movies out there made in the rest of the world, naked ladies are popping, naked ladies galore.
Well, in Europe, it's not a big deal, but I also felt like it was being used to the disadvantage of ladies in these movies.
Yeah, it wasn't always the best foot. I can't talk. Guys, it's been a long day. We should go into our personal lives before we go into the movie, right?
If there's something to say, yeah. What do you got to say?
All right, so I had an appearance early this morning in Harlem. I live in Brooklyn. Harlem is, 3 way up on top of Manhattan. Yeah, it took forever to get there, and I had to be there at 8 o'clock in the morning.
Oh my God.
And I know, dude. And actually, Tim, this is a character you know. Longtime listeners to the show will know of my cousin Matt, who has written in the past. Matt, Tim, is the one who threatened to turn into traffic rather than listen to any more of your old age jokes.
Okay.
Yeah, famously so. Matt was in town last night. So
hello, Matt.
Matt and I, hello, cousin Matt. Matt and I were out, not even super duper late, but late enough when I have to be in Harlem by 8 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, and
I'll be honest, Tim, beers were imbibed. So I kind of started off the day like the day started off a little shaky. The trains were running like butt, so it took even longer to get there than usual. And I'm sitting there in the train, minding my own business. I finally get a seat. And there's this little girl who's looking pretty shaky just sitting across from me.
Oh, no.
I'm like, yeah, and then wouldn't you know, she just vomited everywhere.
I've never seen that on a subway.
Oh man, I felt so bad for this little girl, but like in a very like.
Oh, you mean she was like 5 or 7, just a little kid?
I would say she was less. I'd say she was 3 or 4, like a little tyke, like a fully a fully formed person able to walk around. She was with her older sister and her mom, it looked like, and they were like rubbing her back, and she's sitting there going like, with a big saliva drool onto the floor. Wow. But the sight of that, just like, I was already starting off a little shaky and just kind of like persistently put me into this position. I'm like, so I get into this school where I'm doing like these appearances.
Don't tell me a kid threw up in front of you.
No, but like everyone's talking to me and stuff, and I'm like, someone just needs to get me a glass of water, please. I got over it. But then we did that. And then I was operating on like, I don't know, 3.5 hours of sleep. I crashed like a ton of bricks. I've been doing work all day. And
you collapsed at the school?
No.
Little kids tied you up, carried you away.
The kid's like, why does the visiting author smell like the gym teacher? And I look over and he's just passed out in the corner with a bottle of JD. No, I handled myself well. I'm a professional enough not to show up looking like afterwards I collapsed like a ton of bricks. But Tim, this is all to say, I first watched today's movie about 4 days ago. Really enjoyed it. Didn't take notes. I'm like, I'm going to take notes again the day of.
And you didn't.
I had to work all day long. So know what I did instead?
You spoke them.
And I watched this movie twice more back to back.
What? Jesus Christ.
So I watched this movie 3 times in anticipation of today.
It's an hour and 50 minutes. Of notes.
Yeah, it was a long one.
I wrote to George. I'm like, what?
Any movie above an hour, every minute above an hour, Tim is grumpy. So this one, clocking in at just about 2 hours. You better believe Tim had complaints.
I'm being curious. When I see a film that's an hour 35 minutes, I'm like, let me keep looking.
2 hours of funny jokes, though, Tim. So do you have anything you want to share about your life before we jump into it?
Nothing.
So you're not going to tell people, like, why are you covered in tar and chicken feathers right now? Like, what happened?
Because I drank coffee today at 2. That was a mistake.
Oh, well, that gets you tarred and feathered, clearly.
Because I've been drinking tea, and today was like rainy, overcast.
Yeah, it's a bummer of a day.
I'm drawing cartoons.
Would you say that overcast days never turned you on?
That turned me on to my work?
We say overcast days never turn you on. But like something about the clouds and her mixed. Yeah.
I like them usually.
She wasn't too bright. But you could tell when she kissed you, she knew how to get her kicks. Would you say, that's true?
It's
Prince.
True.
I'm singing Prince. Yeah.
I know. I'm hip to what the kids are listening to.
So you normally don't have coffee at all?
During the weekday, I do tea.
Oh, wow.
But I need some coffee. The cartoons were coming to a halt.
Uh-oh.
When I don't know what to draw, I just start drawing robots and clowns. As a tip to you cartoonists out there, when I get stuck in my New Yorker cartoons, I start drawing clowns. And toaster jokes. I have so many toaster jokes they won't buy.
Have you ever sold a toaster joke to the New Yorker?
No, it's all the ones where somebody's sticking a knife in it for some reason. That's constantly what they are.
It's so funny. I automatically pictured a guy in the bathtub holding the toaster about to drop it in.
That's too dark.
Toasters. Oh, yeah. It's electrocution no matter what.
Speaking of electrocution, they have electricity in Australia.
That's true, Tim. Good segue. Do you have Australia facts?
I do.
Okay, let's hear them.
The show has now turned into a competition as to who can segue before the other person can do it well.
Well, normally I throw in a good segue, and you're like, but wait, let me tell a story about a kid I spoke to. And then, yeah. All right, so let's hear Australia facts.
My facts are odd laws, as we do in every country.
Oh, yeah, that's what it is. You do odd laws, yeah.
And these are real. Taxis. Taxi drivers in Queensland must keep a bale of hay in their boot, or trunk, as we call it in America. I don't know why.
I wonder if that's still a thing.
I thought of that in this movie. Oh, there was no taxi in the movie, though.
Not that we saw up close, at least. Maybe one blew up in the distance.
Yeah, I don't know why. Maybe in case they have to pick up a wallaby. Do they drink?
I wonder if it's like...
They're like, you must be able to feed a wallaby if you find it by the side of the road.
I think a wallaby eats whatever the fuck it wants because it's a wallaby.
All right.
I once saw a wallaby eat a didgeridoo. Yeah.
Did it also eat a dingo after the dingo ate a baby?
And a kookaburra, yeah.
So, seabird droppings. It's illegal to clean up seabird or bat droppings without a license in Western Australia.
Okay.
Must because it's food for something.
No, because guano. It's a fuel source.
That's right. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because... Yeah.
Well, seabird, too.
Also, Australians famously eat bird shit. Apologies to our Australian listeners.
We have listeners. Yeah. We do.
Hey. If they've listened, they know that I say much worse things about Americans on the reg.
If it's my friend from Pratt.
Americans eat shit.
We do, too.
You've talked about your friend from... wait, you just mentioned her recently, right? She was the nanny?
A long time ago. Yes, she was a nanny. But the funny thing I love about Australia, she told me when she grew up there, she lived in a place where there was a wet season and the houses were up on stilts. And so there was like a week at a time where they just had to be in their house playing games, playing old Monopoly or whatever. And the big deal was when their friend came over with a boat and brought her friends over, and it was like a party. And to entertain them, their friend's father, I like the way she said it. She said, he would come out and dress up as Mr. Hitler. Mr. Hitler. That's what she said. Like, wow. What kind of stories was he telling? I mean, she said he meant to be scary. He was doing scary stories, but
this is troubling.
To be Mr. Hitler. Anyway.
Was her father Steve Bannon?
Oh, God, no.
Okay.
I hope not.
Famed non-Australian Steve Bannon.
One more thing to get through. One more odd law. Weddings and funerals. It's illegal to crash a wedding or a funeral in South Australia. Seems like that'd be a law anywhere. But
it seems like...
that you have to make that law, then something happened.
Yeah, that's the thing. It seems like more that's a matter of common human decency, something you don't have to litigate necessarily.
Yeah, so I don't know.
Did I ever tell you that me back in the day before we had our podcast, my former podcast, Hypothetical Island, Riley Brown, my outrageous co-host, he and I once crashed a bar mitzvah around our studio.
Oh, I don't think I vaguely remember you might have said this.
Yeah, there was a bar. There was this restaurant that would always be hosting bar mitzvahs, and we were walking by, and we'd had a few drinks. Well, this is making me seem like a hard drinker, this episode. And we're like, hey, let's go and sit there. And all we did was they had a photo booth, so we went in and took some cool photos in the photo booth, and then we left.
Were they nude photos?
Yeah, of course. We got naked. Of course, of course, Tim. Yes.
But that's all you did. You left.
That's all I did. I was just clean. I'm going through my studio, cleaning all my art and stuff, and I came across the photo roll. I'm like, good times.
You have to post that.
Yeah, I should. Well, except for I'm like, I don't know. Will I get arrested for that?
No.
I mean, if you can't crash a wedding in Australia, maybe you can't crash a bar mitzvah in Brooklyn. I don't know. Yeah. Any other Australia facts?
No, 3. The rule of 3, George. Okay. Australia's favorite number.
Not just... Is it really? That's a fact right there.
So I've got Australian facts, George, but I sprinkled them through the episode so that we break it up.
Oh, like a fine spice.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what I did.
Since I just admitted I took no notes for this, that means no lists.
Well, I got some.
It's up to you.
I took notes. Again, people, this was hard because the movie was a comedy and the plot made sense within the realm of this world.
Yeah, it was in a way. So we have a problem every once in a while where a movie is too good for Seddy Bimco. This is probably a case of that. It's like, it was well done. It was actually funny. Yeah,
I would say middle of the road. I was going to compare it to like Spaceballs because I like Mel Brooks, but Spaceballs was when I was like, something happened here. This isn't all as funny as Mel can be. Don't you feel that way?
Well, let's start talking about
Blazing Saddles.
No Blazing Saddles, yeah.
When I was 10 years old, a flying saucer visited me at my house, giving me otherworldly cognitive powers.
Yeah.
Well, let's talk about it. So this movie was directed by Mel Brooks. That's not true. It was directed by Joe Bauer, who was the same guy who played John in this movie. Mm-hmm. And it was written by him and Rita Artman, who played she was the lead of the movie, Andy. It came out in 2014, like I said up front. And this is going to be the one and only instance of George's current currency Kerner here. It's a tricky one. Play the music, please, Tim.
George's currency.
All right, there we go. That theme song. So apparently, from what I have read in several places, this movie only cost $15,000 Australian to make.
Interesting.
And that was achieved via it was achieved via crowdfunding. Now, I saw that. I'm like, as an American, I'm ignorant of all things outside of my country, but I'm especially ignorant of like the currency exchange rate between Australia's and U.S.
Down under.
So, Tim, do you want to guess how much $15,000 in 2014, how much that was equal to U.S. dollars in 2014?
Well, first I have to, translate the cash back then, Australian to American dollars. Yep. And then I would do some arithmetic based on inflation. And
you don't know. First question is just that we're only looking for the 2014 amounth. So in 2014, how much was this worth? How much? Yeah. I said that, but you don't listen to me.
Let me erase my math. Okay. I go back
folks,
here.
he just pulled down his giant chalkboard and erased like it's like that scene from like the Fantastic Four when like you just see Reed Richards in front of the chalkboard. Like that's what you're like right now.
Yeah. So I would say that's like 30,000.
I was thinking it's probably the same thing. Actually, Tim, this is bananas. It was not. It's $15,000 Australian in 2014 was equivalent to $9,810 US 2014. Wow. Less than $10,000. That's what you spend every day on coffee. And you don't drink coffee every day.
Wow.
So Tim, second part of the George's Current Currency Kerner.
Did I play music again?
Yeah, why not?
Short version.
I don't have any lists saved. Might as well play music.
George's current
$9,810 in US in 2014. What does that equal to now?
Can you say the number again, George?
Yes, $9,810 US 2014.
I erased all the work I did on this. Now I got to do it again.
I know, you got to stop doing that.
Multiply.
So let me put this easier for you. 11 years later, 11 years inflation, what is that equivalent to? This is all US. Don't worry, we're not worrying about Australian dollars anymore.
Okay, let me carry the two.
It's
probably $1 million.
Yes, you're right. Yeah, it's or as more might accurately be $13,459.25.
Does that mean the American dollar is getting more worthless, George?
No. It means it's gone up higher. Well, it is. Yeah, we're all the reason we're doing our tour famously is because our country's burning, but still, that is an amazingly inexpensive amount of money for a film that really swung for the fences.
It did. Again, if they're listening, we like to just laugh about some bad movies, and your film wasn't terrible. It was, No,
I'm going to be. Tim is damning with faint praise. I thought this movie was really good.
For me, it's middle ground, a 6 out of 10.
Yeah, but don't take offense because listen to the films Tim likes. He's like Hellcats on Wheels. Yeah, well, that's my sort of flick. There's no sound recording. It's badly deteriorated film stock, and it's just a half hour of people riding motorcycles in circles.
Women riding
and it was filmed in 1952. Oh, yes, women. Yes, this is my sort of thing. No, I thought this movie was pretty great. With that, let's say $13,000, right? They have full-on CG sequences.
They do.
I think a bunch of characters who are all really playing it to the hilt. This movie,
all good actors.
Yeah, movie looks good. So, should we go over the characters real quick? Let's start off with I'm going to read the synopsis.
Read the synopsis, George.
Yeah, this is actually from the website from Art Spear Productions, which is the production company of Joe Bauer and Rita Artman. At the age of 10, Australian-born Andy Gibson had what she describes as a close encounter with a flying saucer. Naturally, everyone assumed she was bonkers. That is until one notable evening 17 years later when an airborne extraterrestrial armada launches a nationwide assault on Andy's home country and at the same time, for unspecified reasons, kidnaps her mother. To add to the debacle, it seems the other natures of the world are far too insulted by their exclusion from the attack to come to Australia's aid. Now it's up to Andy, her hypochondriac brother Elliot, retired boxer cousin Keith, and documentary filmmaker friend Cam to stop the attack and rescue Andy's mum. Enlisting the help of Andy's equal parts mysterious and cringeworthy father, the gang must battle car-chasing spaceships, martial arts aliens, giant killer robots, and perhaps most frighteningly, a deluge of family secrets in their fight to save Australia. Bloody hell, this is going to be a long night.
That's what it says.
It's pretty long,
pretty
long, but yeah.
Little Andy Gibson. That's our main character. And you want to know, that's my first Australian fact.
Andy Gibson is your main character?
No, every kid in Australia has to be named Gibson or Crocodile. Those are the two names.
Wow. That really, so I guess we should assume by that Elliot and Keith are just, they have middle name Crocodile, maybe?
Yes.
Actually, Elliot is Gibson. So that makes sense. So Keith Crocodile, he could be a Gibson too.
And Elliot, do you think he's named because of E.T.?
Yes, 100%. Okay. Yeah. I was actually wondering if the other names are all nods to other sci-fi movies. I just couldn't place.
The lady that has the camera is named Cam, so she's just named after what she does.
Yeah.
Keith. I can't think of Keith if he'd be anything. Keith. No.
I don't know. I was trying to think. I meant to look up what is the kid's name in Close Encounters or something.
I forget.
Yeah, I think his name is Shitbag. Yeah. And then Shitbag. Can you think about it? Can't you picture Richard Dreyfuss saying, "Shitbag, what are you doing?"
It was his kid. He got kidnapped.
No, was it? Was it his kid or was it?
Oh, I think it wasn't. It was a woman.
It was the lady. He ends up having an affair. It's been a while since I've seen that.
Yeah,
right?
It's been a long time.
Yeah. I like to think he's the same character he's in Jaws too. So that's like what Hooper did after Jaws. Yeah, he got fucked around with the aliens.
He damaged his mind watching.
Hooper. All right. So we start this movie, the kind of zoom in on the Earth sort of thing, and I was struck with fear for a bit because I thought this was a movie starring children. Yeah. Because we do, as you could guess from the thing, it opens up with Andy as a young girl, and it's her
Keith.
And young Elliot and young Keith, her cousin, and they're all sitting in bunk beds, and she is drawing on a green balloon, drawing
an alien face.
Yeah, a traditional alien gray face on a green balloon. And talking about do you think? Oh, I'm not going to do the Australian accent. I can't be. It's insulting.
Keith makes a Uranus joke, and I'm like, hey, Keith likes to listen to things like Seddy Bimco.
Yeah, he probably would. He's probably the guy that's listening to it. And she's asking, do you think there's aliens on other planets? Blah blah blah. And the mom walks in. Her mom's name is Kylie, which I assumed was a nod to Kylie Minogue.
Maybe.
But who knows? Maybe that's just a common name in Australia. And she's like, well, dear, you could believe whatever you want. And no, don't let anybody ever tell you you're crazy. And then her dad, Dennis, walks in wearing a tragic mullet.
Oh, yeah.
And he's like, oh, is crazy Andy talking off about aliens again? Just being a real dick. He was pretty funny, I thought.
He was.
Yeah.
That's when Keith said, there's only aliens coming out of Uranus, right?
Yeah.
Come on.
He actually says the aliens getting rough on Uranus or something.
Yes.
And we learned all we need to know about the characters. Andy's a bit of a dreamer who believes in aliens. Little Elliot, her brother, is already reading scary stuff in books about brain cancer or something. And Keith's like, aliens are cool, but they're not as cool as boxing. And he punches the wall and a picture frame falls on him.
Yep.
And then, by the way, he's having a sleepover in case you're wondering why the cousin's there. They go to sleep after the father makes fun of him. She wakes up because there's a UFO outside. And she sees it, and she lets the balloon go, and it goes into the ship, and then it flies off. And then apparently she gets mental powers from that, or so she thinks. And then we flash to 17 years later.
Yeah, and she's in a band, and no one's coming to watch them. And Keith is the guard at the door, and Elliot, her brother, is the only fan.
Yeah, and there's other fans.
There's a few. Yeah, there's two girls, isn't there?
No, the fans are kind of important. So I'll set this because Tim's doing his classic Tim Hamilton skip over stuff.
Yeah.
The band's called Titanium.
Titanium Turtle.
Titanium Turtle, but I didn't realize until looking on the website. Did you know it was spelled turtle, Turdle, like they're turds?
Nope, didn't see that.
Yep, that's pretty funny. Tim,
turds.
Turd jokes. You like turds,
I was going to start with a turd joke.
Yeah, you normally do. Yeah.
Went for kangaroo.
So ex-boxer Keith is working the door, and a person's trying to leave because the band sucks so bad.
Yep.
And he's tries to start fighting them. So Elliot is in attendance as one of the fans. The other fan who's in every show is the drummer Styx's dad.
Yes, that's right. Styx's dad.
Yeah, Styx
we don't
seems
see
like he's
much.
Yeah, he seems like he's being a main character because Styx is basically, if you were to believe Styx, the problem that they have no fans is at the end, even though they sound awful, at the end of every single show, Andy breaks into a tirade of telling everybody how aliens are real. Nobody wants to hear it.
And her drummer dies.
You're making a reference to Spinal Tap, but I don't know why.
Because drummers die.
Yeah, but we just established Styx is the drummer.
He died, yeah.
And he doesn't, in fact, die. So you're just confusing people. I haven't seen this yet. Oh, should we mention this part too?
Styx's dad
there's a running joke that we need to establish because it's at the end. When basically people keep comparing her band ever since childhood. There's a band out of Tasmania called the Tasmaniacs.
Yes.
And this apparently makes her hate Tasmania. Tasmania is a small island off the south of Australia. Or maybe Australians just hate Tasmania. It's hard. Yeah. I don't know. This is like a kind of joke. But so people keep mentioning the Tasmaniacs or Tasmania, and Andy gets really mad and screams. Andy reminds me of Firuza Balk a little bit. You ever see the Craft?
Yeah, a long time ago.
Yeah. But you remember Firuza Balk, right?
Yeah.
Is that too new a movie for you, Tim?
I know what the kids are into.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I can let you go because I can see you're sweating and anxious. You're eager to get to something. You're like, and then the movie ends. Okay.
I was going to say, Styx's dad. I just realized now he's got a beard and a mustache, right?
He has like a handlebar mustache, kind of. Yeah.
Why is he?
No, not a handlebar.
Following a teenage band around. I'm just kind of thinking of that. Now.
That's a major plot point.
He Styx's dad. I know.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Know why? You're posing this for the people.
Scratch. Yeah, posing it for the people.
Yeah, folks. I don't think Tim actually watched this movie.
Tim,
what is that? Are you watching the movie as we record? He keeps yelling at the second screen. Talk faster, damn it!
The Bee Gees. They had their first hit in Australia. They moved there from the UK, and that's where they first emerged as a charted band.
Wow, what was their first hit, Tim?
I didn't write it down. I knew it. It's like someone started to laugh or someone started to sigh. It's an old.
Is that really a song of theirs?
Folky song. I forget.
I don't know much about the Bee Gees.
Well, only Elvis Presley, the Beatles, Michael Jackson, Garth Brooks, and Paul McCartney have outsold the Bee Gees.
Wow.
Garth Brooks.
Can I tell you a true story from my childhood about the Bee Gees?
Yeah.
There was a kid in my class, like when we were very young, who had a Bee Gees lunchbox. And we were like, this is like really young, like kindergarten or first grade. And it was clearly like an older sibling's lunchbox or something. And we're like, who the fuck are the Bee Gees? And I honestly thought it was like a knockoff Beatles.
Huh. Maybe it was the Sgt. Pepper one?
I wonder. As I'm saying this, I'm like, wait, was it? But I don't. As a little kid, I don't. Maybe I did know a little bit about Sgt. Pepper because I'd watched the Yellow Submarine cartoon. I don't know. I also, true fact, when Run DMC came out and did Walk This Way, I didn't know who Aerosmith was. I thought that was a band pretending to be the Rolling Stones.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
You're that much younger.
Well, no, just we've established on this show multiple times too. All I did was watch cartoons and stuff. So
I'm so old.
I knew the Beatles could Yell Submarine.
Someone came to school one day and like, oh my God, Pete Best has been replaced with a new drummer. I hope it works out. That's how old I am, George.
Oh yeah, I know. I believe it. I believe it, Tim.
All right.
I think you're so old. You came like, oh my God, somebody turned out how to make grains into bread, and they hunted the last woolly mammoth.
No, it's oh my God. Never mind.
My favorite thing, Tim.
Mr. Big Band.
Have Mr. Pink Panther Man?
Big band. Big band.
Big Band Man. Mr. Yeah. Oh, don't even talk Big Band. One of my I had told you, I'm actually going back and listening to our 50/50 tour.
Why?
Because it's funny. First off, there's definitely a period where I could tell your gummies were too strong.
Yes.
There's a period where you cannot follow anything. You are lost with a map. It's hilarious. And I'll say something and a second later you'll ask a question and you are I know I tease you for being stoned to the bone, but you are stoned to the marrow in that. You are it's funny.
I think I remember trying to edit that together. I'm like, wow, this question seems like it's from 5 minutes ago.
Yeah. Yeah, it's was that when you were on it was when you were on the Super Strong Gummies, right? The ones from our friend who...
oh, no. I've never had them while on the show.
No? Oh, okay.
Those are too strong. I saw Shadow People.
Wait, really?
Yes.
Wow.
When we went to Chris's friend for the birthday at the end of COVID. Remember that?
Yeah,
pizza. Yeah. Out when we left, I saw Shadow People in the bushes.
Oh, that's scary.
I think I told you guys, and you just ignored me.
We probably just made fun of you. Well, I mean, we were ignoring you the whole day because you were being stoned to the bone, Tim. So we're like, all right. All right, so they finished their show. We're getting introduced to the dynamics. And we're introduced belatedly to another member of the band who is John. John plays the flute for them. John is the actual director and writer of this film.
I will say John's pretty funny as a character.
Yeah. The guy had some good physical comedy chops, I thought.
Yes. Especially as he was locked in the car. That's why he misses the show.
He missed the show. I spent 2 hours locked in my own car. And they're like, how is that even possible? He goes, I don't know, but all I had was a case of rum to keep me going. So he clearly has a horrible drinking problem. And that's funny. So they're signing CDs, which cost 70 cents a piece, which I probably should have figured out. But I don't know who they're signing CDs for because like literally nobody went to their show.
Right.
Yeah.
And Elliot, he's like hasn't talked to a girl yet. And his sister says, go talk to Cam, which I assumed he would have met by now.
Because he goes to every show. But Cam is there to document their band up and coming. So I guess she doesn't go there all the time like Elliot does.
But Elliot, this is important for the plot. He nervously asks her if she could film the lump on his scrotum because he's so nervous. That's just like, that's the only thing.
Yeah, he's looking for the in to talk to a girl. Because I have a lump between my legs. She goes, it's called your dick. And he's like, no.
No, there's another bump.
So she, for $50, agrees to let him take the camera
to the
for the whole night, and he thinks this is a score. So he goes, he's like, all right, time to take down my pants. He literally says,
oh, does he?
Yeah, will I? He goes, what a score. Like, he thinks he's very excited that for $50 he got unlimited use of a camera to film his perineum all night. He goes into the bathroom, and he starts filming. Well, meanwhile, John has gone outside because he's super duper drunk. And he's kind of on a balcony leaning over, looking like he's going to throw up like a little girl in the New York City subway like did today. And then in the sky, we're looking over Brisbane, Australia. These little lights start peering, beep 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 beep, saying the sky is filled with like hundreds of alien aircraft glowing green. And John looks up and he goes, oh, I'll never drink again. Then he drinks, which I'm like, that's pretty funny. And then he burps. I'm like, that's not funny. It was a weird ride with that whole bit.
So they just start attacking, if I remember.
And like the aliens just start destroying Brisbane. They're just blowing up shit left and right. And again, this movie was filmed for like under $15,000 US. Like they go, like these are not impeccable special effects.
No.
But it reminds me of like... Sometimes we see these movies in Seddy Bimco where like they film it for like $2, but they don't cut anything back. Like, what was that film? Snow Chaser or Wendigo, where there was like a fucking plane crash in it and stuff. And it was,
yes.
And it's like, wow.
Curse of the Wendigo or something. It was a toy plane, but they did it.
But they do it, yeah. And like, so this is a movie like that where they're like going for it. Like aliens are flying around, blowing up cars and buildings and stuff, all in the distance.
And I know it was much cheaper than if they did practical effects, but that's why I get I like practical effects. I don't like all the CG.
Oh yeah, it is. We should mention it's almost all digital. Yeah.
I think every time we see an alien, it's digital. I can't remember if they put makeup on anyone.
Well, they kind of, when they're in human form, it looks like they're maybe just painted green or loose color coat. Yeah.
We'll get to that. We'll get to it.
A review I mentioned did say they put rubber masks on them. I'm like, do they? I don't know.
Yeah.
So anyway.
You saw it like 5 times.
I saw it 3 times a week. So the band immediately is like, oh my gosh, aliens they're running around. They run to go get the camera because they want to document it. Apparently they run in and see Elliot like filming his balls.
I forget when this happens, but Andy calls her mom. Does she do that first? That's what gets this whole plot going.
Andy gets a text from her father.
Oh, okay.
That, hey, hun, aliens have kidnapped your mom. Don't come by. She's like, what? So because she's the leader, so to speak. She's like,
yes.
All right, we have to go save my mom.
Andy has attitude, per se.
Yeah. And like Andy's got that, which Tim doesn't understand this reference, but she's got that Firuza Balk energy.
She does.
Yeah, and Tim's like, gotta look that up later, see who Firuza Balk is.
Is it like Tina Turner energy? Is it like
do you really not know who Firuza Balk is?
Blondie energy?
Do you really not know who she is?
Probably not.
Actually, you know what you've seen her in? Probably you ever see Return to Oz?
A long time ago, so I wouldn't remember.
She played Dorothy in Return to Oz when she was a little girl.
Oh,
but in The Crafts, which is this movie in like a very like late 90s, early 2000s, like witchcraft movie. Yeah, she's like the one who like becomes like an evil one. She's got a very big cartoonish expression. She was also in an Adam Sandler film. I forgot which one. Very big cartoonish expression in his face, just like Andy does. So Andy, Elliot, and Keith, for various funny reasons, decide they're going to go save her mother. Yes. Styx is going to go with them, but then Styx's dad, who embarrassingly shows up all the shows, is like, Styx, you can't go. And he's like, but Dad, you said I could stay out all night. He goes, well, alien invasions changed that. So Styx has to drop out of the crew.
Doesn't he also say, and I love you? Does he say that then or later? There's a funny scene where Styx is like, stop embarrassing me.
Oh, yeah. He definitely says, you stop embarrassing me, Dad. They play it pretty funny. So they're going to take the van, and aliens blow up their van. And then they take a car.
Somebody's car.
Yeah, but then I guess it's John's car because he gets locked in it. But we should mention,
they stop they stop and have a fight with some aliens, and you're gonna.
Well, what happens specifically? They're driving in the car. John's kind of passed out in the seat. And the whole time they're like, this is weird because we're getting media reports that only Australia is being attacked, and specifically only mainland Australia, not Tasmania, which was pissing off Andy. And
the Americans are
why is this happening?
Why should we help you? Which is very accurate to today.
It's very prescient in like current Americans. Although they have a person doing a pretty piss poor Obama impersonation, I think, as the president, and just the voice.
Yeah.
And there's a bit there. Oh yeah. So basically, they're like, why are they only talking Australia? And Andy's like, well, of course they're here for me.
Yeah.
And Keith, her cousin's like, what are you talking about? She's like, well, I've had amazing mental powers ever since they saw me as a kid. And clearly these mental powers make me a threat to them, and they're afraid of me. They're like, what are you talking about? She's like, yeah, I'll use my brain powers to make one of them crash. And they're like, okay. And she makes all these weird noises, and they're like, well, we're like 60 kilometers away from these things. How can we believe you? And then a second later, a UFO just crashes out of the sky right in front of them. And they're like, oh, shit, I guess you got mental powers.
Yep.
And they go check it out. And
I do like this, what they did. That was creative.
Yeah, so Cam is filming this on her camera. Yep. And they're going to a spooky area where like they think the alien maybe got out of the ship and went into. And like she's trying to figure out how to turn the lights on so they could see it. And she accidentally hits strobe light camera.
Right.
So we have this sequence, which is such a smart way of getting around the budgetary limitations, where we see this crazy alien fight where it's just still photos of them.
Them looking nutty.
It's like, yeah, like, and like some of the, like, it looks like most of it is like Andy accidentally beating up various people, and there's just
and we
get sound effects too.
Right.
One alien bites Cam
in the shoulder.
Yeah.
And when they're done, Keith is like, I'm an expert at upper body injuries. Let me look at it.
Oh my God, this part is so funny.
Why would he only know upper body injuries? Because, he was a boxer. He lives down under, George. Thought you'd like things down under.
Yeah. You're right, because they're actually, Tim, from our point of view, they're upside down.
They are.
So their upper body is our lower body.
It's like the holidays here almost, and on their side of the world, they're celebrating the 4th of July.
Wait, Tim, that makes me think of something. Because they're on the other side of the planet, so they're upside down to us, right?
Right.
Why don't things always be constantly flying out of their pouches into the sky?
It should. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Somebody needs to explain this to us.
Their toilets twirl the opposite ways. Our toilets twirl. If you've ever watched The Simpsons, you know that.
Yep. Yeah, this seemed very Simpson-y humor in many ways.
Yeah. That's why I say it's like Spaceballs. Not every joke is great, but there's like a joke every 30 seconds.
Yeah. Every single line in this movie is a joke or a setup for a joke, for sure. And pretty much every joke is either like it's like a subverting of expectations. Like if they say something like aliens would never come here, damn well the next line is an alien's coming there.
Right.
Like that's not a joke, but that's the way it works. So they end up knocking the alien unconscious.
But they kill one of them.
They do kill one, but while this is happening, they do notice in the alien craft that there was 2 seats. They have an argument, was there 2 aliens?
Yes.
John, who is fucking drunk, is back at the car, and we see like a alien-like hand in the foreground that morphs into a green human hand, And this alien that looks just like John, because it's played by John with green face paint, comes right up to him and looks right in his face. And John's so drunk he doesn't realize. He's like, "What's your problem?" Alien knocks him out, puts him in the trunk.
The boot, George.
So
the boot with the hay.
Correct. The boot with the
it's comfortable because there's hay.
Yeah, but he unfortunately has hay fever, so he's sneezing. So from here on in, for most of for the next part of the movie, John is green skinned and behaves in a truly bizarre way,
and nobody notices.
Speaks in this robotic way, and everyone is just colossal morons. It's like in a team of Homer Simpsons. They're all idiots who just don't realize. They do kill the one alien. They accidentally shoot it with a gun, right?
Yep, they get a hold of
one of the aliens' guns.
They shoot stuff with the aliens' guns. It turns things to rocks or blows them up.
Yep. Well, that's a little bit... Well, first there's the scene when they're driving now with John as an alien. They've killed the aliens. So they've actually had a close encounter with the aliens. And the news is announcing that there's ways... These aliens could take human form.
Yep.
And like you may notice their skin looks different and they behave weirdly and they don't have actual knowledge of you and they smell like dead reptiles. And you see Keith and Andy in the front seat look at each other like, oh, and of course they think it's each other.
Yeah, they pull
Not
over.
missing the fact that John is like bright green and like going, shit. So they're threatening to shoot each other and stuff. And there's a funny scene where everybody's trying to prove their identity and John does a piss poor job. But yeah, they all have to tell secrets. Tim, what are some of the secrets?
I did not write them down.
I thought you would have had a list. I thought I was trying to like foretell.
Segue?
Like, Tim's got a list here. Yeah.
Nope, not here.
No.
That would have been a good one too.
So they get to her dad's house and he doesn't have the bad mullet anymore, but he's just a clown.
He's older, so he doesn't have
he's older and like all right, Tim, I'm gonna say something a little possibly unkind.
Okay.
He had such a bright red nose.
I didn't notice that. Of course,
oh my gosh.
I have my screen turned down low as we found out, so I don't know.
Yeah, and I don't know if it kind of looked like the rosacea that you might get from like going through a drinking spell. Yeah. But I did notice also very tellingly in the scenes when he was younger, he didn't have it. So I think it might have been a makeup choice just to make him look more silly. And if it is, in fact, the actor just has that, sir, I hope if that is, in fact, a drinking-related rosacea, that you are in charge of your drinking habit now.
He's saying he was level 8 Catholic priest.
Right. No, because if he was a Catholic priest, he'd be a diddler.
Speaking of funny words, George, I do have some Australian facts here.
Ooh, let's hear them.
This is just true. Australians have some funny phrases for things, George. And I wondered if you know what some of these mean, like esky.
Eskimo?
Nope. It means an insulated cooler for foods and drinks.
Oh, it probably is an Eskimo cooler.
Yeah, well, I thought you meant a literal Eskimo.
No, I would say Inuit because I'd say Inuit because I am a heightened person.
You are. Yeah. How about this word? Macas. M-A-C-C-A-S. Macas.
Oh, I've actually heard that one for real, I think. Is that shoes?
Nope, that is McDonald's.
Oh, yeah. About the same nutritional value of both.
How about a sickie? A sickie.
Is that a bicyclist?
Nope. It's a day off of work taken when you're not actually sick.
Okay. Oh, nice. Okay.
You're cheating. You're cheating down under. That's it.
Oh, that's it?
Yeah. Just a few.
All right.
We educate.
And those are all, like, as far as I can tell, real ones.
They were real.
Yeah. So they get to the house where the mother was abducted from, and the dad's just being like a real fucking clown.
And I do like the joke where he said, like, what happened to you? And he's like, I hid under that box, and it's like a small box. Only his head would fit in.
Yeah. It's like, I was here when your mother was dragged away screaming by the aliens. I watched from that box over there, and they did camera pans, and there's like, it's like, yeah, it's small like, it would just be his head, and then they pan back to him. So it turns out he knows a lot about these aliens. In fact, he was the secret caller to the radio station that revealed things about them smelling like reptiles and stuff. So, for instance, he knows that Cam is going to die from her alien bite unless they put Nutella on it.
And sprinkles.
And so he's putting Nutella on there, and everyone's like Keith is like, I think your dad's going to kill us and eat us. And then she's like, and he's acting like he's crazy, and Cam's like, I don't feel anything different. He's like, well, of course I haven't put on the chocolate sprinkles yet. No, the coconut sprinkles. So he does that, and then sure enough, weirdly, it actually works. Yep. Wait, Tim, did we not mention that like Keith actually very hilariously vomits on her wound?
Oh, that's right.
We started talking the upper body thing. We got sidetracked. This was actually guffaw part for me, where he's like, he does the thing like, I know a thing or two about upper body wounds, and like he's got this like shit-eating look on his face. He's like, if you just keep it clean, it won't be infected. Now let me take a look. And she moves her hand, and it's actually pretty good makeup. It's like many puncture wounds, and he vomits what looks like chewed up pineapple right onto the wound. And I was like, oh, it was so gross. Yes, he ends up throwing up on her like 3 times throughout this movie.
Yes.
So she gets healed up immediately by Nutella and coconut sprinkles. And more stuff happens where somehow nobody's really catching on that John is clearly an alien, despite the fact that they're an alien.
But Elliot turns out her father.
Oh, sorry. Elliot eats what?
I thought we were getting to Elliot. He eats his inhaler in the car, and he goes out and hears thumping in the car because the real John is still in the trunk. Yeah. Well, Elliot goes to get his inhaler, and he keeps hearing bumping in the boot of the car.
Which they keep thinking is the axle broken. It's a running joke that they, even though it's clearly like John knocking for help, they're like, that rear axle?
Yes, in the boot. So as we said, the boot is the boot is the trunk of the car. The boot you wear on your foot is a different thing.
What's sometimes that called? Has a called a gummer?
Shoebox jellyfish in it, and you got to check before you put them on. Anyway.
Is that a real thing?
Yeah.
I know we in America have that mortal fear of Australians just think that everything is poisonous and hiding and waiting to get you.
They do. Before they put their underpants on, they have to make sure there's not an Eastern brown stink snake in it.
A stink snake?
An Easter brown stink snake?
An Easter brown stink snake sounds like something you would leave in the underpants if you didn't make it to the bathroom in time.
No, it's not what you think. It's what Aussies call a 10-year-old Three Musketeers bar. That's all. Sing. How to get through this movie.
So while he's freeing out John, the dad reveals that he is a member of ASIO, which is the Australian Secret Intelligence Service, Australian Security Intelligence Organization, which turns out is a real thing because they keep making jokes. Like they say literally, ASIS, you know that it's that Secret Service program that nobody even knows about. I'm like, is this a joke? And he's like, well, it's not like the CIA. How we're so secret they don't know about it. We're better than the CIA that way. And he says that he was, he worked for them and he was called into 17 years ago, there was a crashed alien, or more than that, there was a crashed alien and he did an autopsy on it and disappeared. At Shed 51, yeah. Yes. It's all funny stuff, just making fun of. This movie takes a lot of digs at Australia and then takes further digs at Tasmania. And so he's saying he knows all this stuff. And then at the same time, Cam is like, look, I was looking at the video and look at this weird video I got. And there's a video of John in the backseat of the car shooting a long prehensile tongue out to eat a bug.
Oh, yeah.
And they finally realize, he's an alien. So they let him out of the trunk to confront him. But John has been let out of the trunk. He's naked. He knocks the alien unconscious, and he's sitting there after the alien has already beaten up, I guess, Andy. It beats up everybody, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's the martial arts alien. It beats up Keith.
Yes.
And so John sneaks up, knocks him out. But then the dad walks in. And they're like, oh, thank goodness, Dad, do you have any clothes for John? He goes, yeah, how's a body bag sound? And he shoots John 17 times.
Because he thinks he's the alien.
But because nobody actually dies in this movie, really, John's alive. And like next shot is them like just dropping bloody bullets into like a little tray as they pull them out of his body. And they're putting Band-Aids on his bullet wounds. And the dad's like, good thing I was aiming for his organs if he was an alien instead of a human.
Good jokes. Good jokes, people.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. Just to move this along real quick now. So then there's a big, long interrogation scene. This is the part where the alien has been CGI rendered, which, I mean, it was not great CGI, but considering that they had like $6 to do it, it's insane that they got so much acting out of this.
Yeah.
And because the alien looks like a weird alien now. He looks, I don't know, he looks kind of like Gollum-ish.
Yeah. The torture.
I think he's supposed to look like a slug. Yeah.
Yeah, because they think he's a slug, so they torture him with salt.
Yeah. Yeah, salt burns him.
As they interrogate him.
Yeah, and they interrogate him, and then Elliot accidentally kills him by throwing salt over his shoulder, and all the salt goes him, and he's turned into a charcoal briquette and explodes. So then pretty rough end for that alien.
They found out that their mom has been taken to the school at St. Sheila's.
Yeah, which is the school that Andy and Cam met at and became friends at.
And their dad doesn't want to come help rescue his wife. And they're like,
yeah.
No?
Because he's cowardly, and he wants to stay home and watch after John, who he shot 17 times, and the house plant, which is one plant. And just like, as they of course, cut to it, and a leaf falls off it.
This is a great tradition in Australia, George.
Oh, is this a list, Tim?
Because there's some Australian history to this. In Australia, husbands don't often want to rescue their wives because,
why?
Well, Mel Gibson, for one, I'm quoting him, he didn't want to rescue his wife because, in his words, she's a whore. So.
Didn't he actually say when he was married to her that she was going to go to hell because she wasn't the same branch of Catholic he was?
He said something about going to hell. I forget which thing it was.
He's a good guy. I'm glad that people have decided to somewhat forgive him again.
Did they?
Fuck that dude. Some people did. They were trying for a while. They're like, Mel's not all that bad. If you're not a Jew or,
Right.
What a piece of shit. All right. What else do you got, Tim?
The dingo's wife was kidnapped, and he didn't want to go after her because, in his words, she's a bitch.
Oh, I'm impressed the dingo speaks.
And the pig's wife. She was kidnapped.
Not really a very Australian animal there, but yeah, why not, Tim?
He didn't want to rescue his wife because, in his words, she's a boar. What?
Boars are male pigs, aren't they?
Well, it's a gay couple, George. Come on.
Okay. But you said she.
Progressive.
Let's do a more Australian animal. Let's do the kangaroo's wife.
Aru.
Because his wife was making him so crazy, he was bouncing off the walls.
Nice. Okay.
That was it. Okay.
How about a wallaby?
So we're back to the core group again. They have more shenanigans. Basically, they fall asleep at the wheel, crash into the school by magic. And so they get out. They fight a giant robot that looks like I'm pretty sure I have a Lego set that is the exact same build.
Yeah.
So I don't know. They have alien guns now, too. We should have mentioned that.
In the world of CG, if they have a little bit of money, I wonder, is there a place you go and you're like, yeah, there's this old movie, this crap. Can we buy the model of the alien from it and use it? Is that what you do?
Possibly.
Like, rather than build it yourself? Being cheaper.
I suspect, because I did do some poking around their website, the ArtSpear, and it looks like they do a lot of animation stuff, maybe more traditional stuff.
Okay.
But I feel like probably a lot of this animation, because there's no way they were able to hire a person for under $15,000 to do the amount of CGI that was in this movie. So I feel like they themselves did it, right? Like this is either John or what's her name?
I didn't know if you could buy a frame and be like, can I just buy this and put colors on it?
Maybe, yeah. Maybe you just bought they bought like a pre-existing assets or something.
If you worked on this film, right, Seddy Bimco. Seddy Bimco with an E at the end at gmail.com. Tell us. We like the movie.
We would love to talk to you. Yeah. I like this movie so much I watched it twice today. And I'm probably going to buy a DVD of this eventually.
You're always buying everybody's DVDs.
Oh, I like to support these films.
George, did you hear about the alien that kept a diary of walked right over what you're going to say?
Yeah. No, Tim, I think people listening to this know that you're not here to discuss the movies. You're not here to make nice with anybody. You're here to ramrod in your tangentially connected list that you wrote in a drug haze 3 days ago. All right, so let's repeat it. The alien kept a diary.
Yeah.
Did I hear about it? No, I didn't, Tim.
He kept a diary of the food he tried on Earth.
Oh, of the food he tried on Earth. Okay, no, I didn't hear about this, Tim.
Eventually, he went to Taco Bell, and the diary became a diarrhea.
Tim, see, that sucks so hard because that has nothing to do with aliens. You could have said, "Did you hear about the fisherman who kept a diary of the food he ate? Did you hear the story about the Chihuahua? That could have been anything.
It could have, but this movie has aliens.
In fact, I'm going to even challenge you because the aliens in this movie, there's a shot when they're laying unconscious, they're naked. He clearly had no genitalia or anuses. In fact, we even learn later that they have their gonads in their throat.
That's right.
So I don't think they have diarrhea.
Facts. I think.
Any other jokes?
No.
Are you sure?
My notes are all over because you're telling a different story. You're going at a different speed, George.
Oh, am I going too fast or too slow?
No, it's just a different speed, a different gear.
Speed. Okay. Is there any other things that we need to talk about happening? Oh,
we got
once again, Elliot leaves his inhaler in the car. The car blows up. We think he's dead, but he's not.
You John, you mean?
No, Elliot.
Oh, that's right, Elliot. Yeah, he runs around the rest of the movie with his his clothes
shirt
have been
like
on
torn
fire.
out, and we can see his nipples. Occasional
Come
Kevin
on, guys, that was totally unneeded.
Who likes nudity? You can see
Yes.
Elliot's man nipples. So we get to the end. We meet the boss lady alien who's leading, and she has taken the most regal human appearance she can, which is
she turned around in a way that maybe she's famous in Australia.
I wonder that too. But then she makes the comment. She goes, "Yeah, I took the most regal form I could find, which is a runner-up in a Lady Gaga lookalike contest."
Nice.
I'm like, okay. But you're right. It is a reveal. Like, it would be like that would be where you have the cameo. Let me actually see that. I'm curious now. Keep talking while I look this up. Well, she's appeared in a lot of stuff, Tim, but I don't know any of them.
Okay. George did a quick search and brought us nothing.
Apologies to the actress Emma Randall. I'm unfamiliar with your body of work, but then again, I do watch mostly terrible movies, so it's probably a knock. So it's probably more of a knock on me than you.
We have a lot of reveals here where Andy's like, I have psychic powers, right? I can talk to your mind. And the alien's like, I don't know who you are. I don't know what you're talking about.
And then the dad's
like, you're here for me. Because he was a fugitive, if we didn't make that clear.
The dad has two reveals. Yeah, the dad, first the dad tells the story about being Secret Service. She's like, I have no idea who you are. And he goes, well, actually, I'm a fugitive. Then he pulls off his mask, and he's an alien, but with a beard. And then he puts the mask back on because that's expensive. And she still doesn't know who he is. And then Styx and his dad show up. It was mentioned before that the dad had a partner named Crow who didn't believe his aliens disappearing off the autopsy table story. And turns out Styx is the real bad guy. No, not Styx. Styx is dad.
Do you think Styx's dad named him after the band or the river?
This is what's interesting on IMDb and the website. His name is spelled Stix, so neither. I think he's named after drumsticks.
Okay.
But spelt incorrectly. But I feel like the band, they're named after the river, right?
They're named after the river.
Is that an acronym for something? Tim, quick, what's an acronym for stick? Sometimes Simple. Tim yells X-rated things.
That's not spelled right.
Nailed it.
Anyway, then there's
this weird, reveal after reveal after reveal, and
they're all funny. We shouldn't spoil it for people if they want to watch it.
Yeah. Oh, that's actually a good point. Yeah, let's not spoil it completely.
You don't want to tell what the balloon means? Because the aliens took Andy's balloon at the beginning. Yeah. Well, I mean,
when Andy as a little girl let the balloon lift into the sky and had this moment of communing with the aliens, the real problem was, unbeknownst to her, Keith, as a little shitbag, wrote "aliens suck balls"
on the other side of the
back of the balloon. So she let it loose. This balloon went up, got stuck on the UFO. So when it returned home, they flew back into their city or spaceport or whatever with a balloon that on one side looked like the queen alien, her face, she said, and the other side said aliens suck balls. So it was this huge affront to them. It took her years to recover. So the whole alien invasion is they have to destroy this planet because they insulted. And then we also, and what also made me fucking laugh out loud, we kind of glanced over it. It's revealed that her dad is an alien. And so she's half alien. She goes, oh, this explains a few things.
Yes.
Like why I have 3 belly buttons. And she pulls up her shirt and he's like, it's called the tri-navel. And then she reaches it back and pulls out of her pants. And why I have a tail. And Keith vomits again because it is a gross looking tail.
I'm the girl.
And
again.
She does, in fact, have mental powers. She can read other aliens' minds. So there's a whole thing. They end up defeating the bad guys with her and her brother thinking their brains and stuff. And then, so they save the life of the queen alien by defeating the bad guy. And she's like, they're like, well, you owe us one now. She's like, yeah, but we're really proud people. We still need to destroy your country. Mm-hmm. And they're like, well, but that doesn't seem fair. And they're like, they realize they just have to destroy a body of land visible from space. And they're like, any body of land? And they're like, any body of land. So then we cut to the news reports. It's been 3 days since Tasmania was wiped from the face of the planet. And
yes, everybody's like, yay.
So, yay. And everyone seems pretty happy with it.
They've all gone on with their careers.
Yeah.
I have to reveal the ending because it has to do with my story.
Oh, no, so reveal it anyway. Okay. We kind of, people can figure it out, but yeah.
Well, no, there's an extra ending. They're all done with everything. And then the news comes on and says, we've got film from the lady who filmed the alien invasion, Cam. Remember all this?
Yep.
And of course, somehow they I guess they never edited this film. They show the film, and it's actually the film that Elliot made at the beginning of him taking down his pants to check out his penis to see if there was a lump on it.
And he screams.
Yes, that's how it ends.
Keith vomits again on cam. and that's the end.
That's the end.
Yeah.
George,
Australians. Yeah.
I did have another list for Australia because,
let's hear it.
As I said, it's the holidays here. It's the 4th of July in Australia. But when Australia does celebrate the holidays, they have Starbucks cup holiday cups down there, different from ours. I set that up, right?
Wait, I need to actually stop.
Christmas.
But Tim, their seasons are different, not their months, right? It's not like it's July when it's December here. Right. It's just that it's summer. Oh, is this
You're being so logical. Yes, I'm being flippant.
Tim, I've been doing a podcast with you for a while, and I just don't know.
I'm being flippant.
Okay. All right.
So anyway,
Starbucks cups.
They're Starbucks holiday cups. One year, they have the tale of how Joseph knew that step 2 of how to use a manger was to check for scorpions, because step 1 is to set the manger on fire to kill all the scorpions that may be in there. So they had that one year.
What do you mean? I thought you were talking cups.
Cups. It was depicted. This was depicted on the cup. That
there's
historic
steps
event.
On the cup?
I'm telling you the story. They depicted a picture on the cup of this event.
Who's they?
Joseph setting the manger on fire.
Joseph of Arimathea.
Yes, setting his manger on fire. That's what's depicted on the cup.
Was depicted on the Starbucks cup.
In Australia.
In 2 steps. 1, he's burning the manger, and 2, what? Yeah.
People know the story.
Yeah.
Step 2 is to check the manger for scorpions.
All right.
Step 1 is set the manger on fire to make sure you kill all the scorpions. You're thinking about my joke too hard.
Well, I don't see what this has to do with anything.
Okay, George.
You just wanted to tell a weird Joseph joke.
How about this? Another year depicted on the Starbucks holiday cup was the tale of how they saved baby Jesus by dressing Kenny Baker as the decoy baby Jesus for the dingo to steal instead of the actual baby J. So depicted that story.
Is that what happened to Kenny Baker?
Yes.
Okay.
And the last one,
weird. The Starbucks cups
depicted how the little-known 4th wise man died because he forgot to set his camel on fire in case it was infested with scorpions.
Yay!
That's it.
Man, Tim.
You wanted more jokes.
Yeah, but that...
I'm going to cut out the bad one earlier.
Let's be honest. That had nothing to do with Australia.
Yes, it did. That's Australian cups.
No, you just
dingoes,
said...
scorpions.
Oh, I guess dingoes, yeah.
Wallabies.
Okay. Scorpions exist other places. Okay.
The nativity scene on the cup is like wallabies, crocodile, dingo.
Now we have the part of the show where Tim and George talk about how this movie is like Star Wars and Labyrinth.
So, how is this movie like Star Wars? Well, we now know that Elliot had an alien father, so he and his sister are part alien, remember, from the plot. Mm-hmm. So after Elliot's deep panting and everybody in the world saw his stuff on the news, everyone saw that he actually had a penis shaped like the letter C, and it had 3 pee holes. Thus, his nickname was C3 pee holes. Very similar to C3PO.
Nice. I like it. Wow.
We
got
George?
a mention of Kenny Baker, who is R2D2 and C3POs in one episode. C3PO. That's good. That also, that makes sense given that she has trinavals too.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah. And so I'd always like to do my counter as to how this is like Jim Henson's fantasy masterpiece, Labyrinth. Really didn't think about this. And part of me is like, state-of-the-art computer effects like the owl, or I don't know. Is there something I'm thinking there? Yeah.
They stink. They stink like what did they? They
do stink like the Bog of Eternal Stench, maybe.
The one gun turns things into rocks.
Yeah, like the way. There's so many ways. In fact, Tim, there were times I blacked out and thought I was watching Labyrinth. Let's just put it that way. Okay. Yeah, right.
Wherever you are, wherever you're hiding, I'll find you. I'll get you.
You got a sequel?
I do.
All right, let's hear it.
Okay, my revenge story. Start the music.
Right.
Elliot, he wants revenge on the media for exposing his down unders.
Oh, that's a good one.
On TV. So you know what? Elliot and his family challenged the news anchors that did this to a battle on Australian Family Feud.
Oh, nice one. Okay.
Which in Australia, it's called Family Biffo. That means fight. So Elliot and his family, Andy and Keith, and Cam, and her dad. Cam can be there too, right?
Yeah, why not? I mean, she's part of the main cast.
They show up to be on one team.
Yeah, so the one family is Andy, Elliot, Keith, the dad, and Cam.
And they're going to fight.
Mom, I guess, stays home.
Yeah. And they're going to
rescued the mom. Did we mention that? We forgot to mention the mom got saved, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
She got saved. And the news team is on the other team. And in a strange loophole, if you don't have enough family members on your team, you can have up to 2 kangaroos fill in for your people. So the newscast team was Jack the sportscaster, Charlotte the weather person, and 2 kangaroos, one of which was obviously a man in a costume.
Oh, that's sad.
Okay, so the host of the show was famous Crocodile D impersonator, Alligator Angus. Yeah.
Folks, I wish you could see Tim's face as he read that joke and just was like, not my best.
No. So the host comes out, and rather than kiss all the contestants like Richard Dawson did in the American version, he introduces them all to his pet redback spider named Jimmy, which he holds in his prosthetic arm, because his real arm had rotted off after getting bitten by Jimmy 3 years ago, his pet spider. Spiders are dangerous down there, George.
Yeah, is that a real spider? I'm just out of curiosity. Okay, all right.
It bites you, your arm rots off.
Oh, like a brown recluse, but I'm sure worse. Yeah.
Elliot introduces himself and his sister and his cousins, his father. Elliot apologizes for his father's bad smell due to the fact that he hasn't bathed in a year, as is his custom now that he doesn't have to pretend not to be human.
Mm-hmm.
And Alligator Angus says, "No problem. My real nose rotted off 2 years ago after Jimmy, my pet spider, bit it." And Jimmy also adds, "Could you please speak up? Because Jimmy bit my left ear off 2 years ago, and that rotted off. 6 months ago."
Okay.
After Elliot spoke up, he was the first at the podium to answer a question. And Alligator Angus asked, "Okay, Elliot, name the most likely way to die at an Australian bobby."
Which is how they would say a barbecue.
Yeah. And Elliot said, "Tiger shark crawls out of the water, dresses as a good upstanding Christian, and scares you to death as it gobbles up your granny." Anyway, then after that, Jack the sportscaster, he comes up. He's asked the same question, George. He says, "Kangaroo hides a gun in its pouch and shoots you while you're watching Mad Max 2, the best of the Mad Max movies."
The Road Warrior.
Alligator Angus turns to the scoreboard and he shouts,
"I lost track."
"Survey says," which one's right? Most popular answer is redback spider. Bites the odd bump on Elliot's testicles, causing eventual death. Elliot screams because that's what happens to him. And he's rushed to the hospital. And the news team wins. And the kangaroo pulls a gun from its pouch and shoots at the ceiling in celebration. And Elliot, in his bed at the hospital, he promises revenge as he convalesces. And this movie's called "Tie Me Kangaroo Down." I didn't have a lot of time this week. It's just like,
yeah. That one. I mean, it's better than mine, Tim, because all I have is Tasmania Seeks Revenge. So let's see what I can do with mine. All right.
Is there a devil there?
Well, I thought about that, but I got a different idea. That would seem too obvious. So yeah, the wronged party I chose to spotlight on. Tim, that was pretty good having Elliot. That was smart. But I'm like, I feel like the people of Tasmania really got a raw deal. They were all, as near as we could tell, wiped off the face of the planet.
Yeah.
And we don't see it, and we're led just to think that the entire landmass is gone. So you might think like they just destroyed it via some sort of bombardment and it was just beneath the waves. Mm-hmm. No, Tim, the aliens, they sucked it into another dimension.
Okay.
They displaced it to another time, world, and space. So one day, the Tasmanians are all sitting there playing with their devils and whatever the hell else they do in Tasmania.
Racist.
And the next thing, all of a sudden, they look up and the sky is different. It's a different sky. And there's different constellations, and there's like weird planets, and even the color is wrong. They're like, oh, wait, what's up with this?
Okay.
And they learn that they have the aliens announced. It goes, so people of Tasmania, they announce it in the sky, due to your this slight that we aliens suck balls, you have now been sent to another realm. And then they blink out, and then all the Tasmanians are like, well, what do we do now? And they're not really sure what to do. And like different ideas come about. They're like, let's get all the Tasmanian devils together. We'll create a vortex or something. And they're like, that doesn't work. They really don't do that. That's just from Warner Brothers cartoons. We didn't mention them much, but there were the characters, the band, the Tasmaniacs.
Right.
They were the ones who defeated Titanium Turtles in like the Battle of the Bands. They were also their dad's favorite band. They step up and they take their place as the rightful cultural leaders of Tasmania in this isolated pocket verse.
Okay.
They're like, our music has had the ability to reach people's souls, to unite us as a peoples. And I think through the strength of our harmonic convergences, we can create a portal that deposits us back into the planet Earth, the same dimension we left. And all the Tasmanians are like, yes, Tasmaniacs, do it. So they set up the biggest concert since Grizzly 2.
Don't know where you're going with this. Okay.
I'll tell you. They set up all these speakers and they set up all these amps and let's say 14,000 people that live in Tasmania. I have no idea how many really are there. They all get together this night where they are going to break through the veil, separating them from their pocket dimension to the dimension they were stolen from. But these Tasmanians are not going to go back simply just to take their place. They are now aware that they were sold out by the mainland Australians. So they have an extra plan, a little bit of an attack on the way. So the night starts, Tasmaniacs hit the ground. I'm telling a story. Listen to my story. Listen to your dumb story.
When's Uncle Ben show up? Come on.
They play the music in songs called Battle of Uncle Ben. It opens a portal in the sky. And what this portal does is it drops all the refuse that they've been building up during this year in isolation, and it spatters all over Australians' mainland. A rain of human shit from another dimension that covers all of Brisbane before gently floating down like a gentle cloud. They land in their own spot. But this cloud, as it deposits from the air, from the Australians' point of view, they just look up, they just see a puckered anus in the sky as shit is belched all over them. And my movie is called Tasmanius. Tasmanius. It looks better on paper. The end.
Wow.
Yeah. Boo. Boo on you, Tim.
Thought you were just going to have another island and be like, and which island would you want to stay?
Nope.
Boo on me.
Yeah, because you were just like going, I don't know where the story's going. Listen to the story. All right.
I thought you were going somewhere.
I was going somewhere. I was going to make a big anus in the sky that laying shit down on the Australians. But I ended up rushing through that part because you were being like, I did. I had a whole thing. I was setting up the scene like they're playing music. It's going to create a portal, but they had a plan. And you're like, where's this going? So I just belched it out like so much diarrhea in somebody's britches.
That works.
Damn it. Yeah, no, it sucks.
That works because it's more like an anus.
No, you're like an anus.
Well,
Tasmanianus.
Everybody,
all right.
Did we get an email? We liked it. I want to say we liked it.
Yeah, I liked it a lot. I watched
you
it
liked
twice
it more
today.
than me, only just because.
Probably gonna watch it a third time today.
Only because of the. I like practical effects. I'm not blaming you for your budget.
Maybe you should have contributed to the Kickstarter instead of complaining about their budget. Yeah,
I wish I had known.
Yeah, maybe you should be searching Kickstarter for Australian movies right now.
Do we have letters?
Yeah, do we?
Nope, not today.
Boo.
Not this week.
Boo. All right. So what are we doing next week, Tim?
I'm picking what is probably our last international movie. If I
oh my gosh, I
did this right.
Country.
Yes, I'm taking us back to our roots, George. Back to 1988. I found an Indonesian movie. It's on Daily Motion.
Okay. Daily Motion again, eh?
It's called Lady Terminator.
Wow. Wait, When did Terminator didn't come in 88, right? I'm like, they got on that quick.
1980. Well, from the sound of this, I don't know if it's quite like a Terminator. If you find a little blurb, it's about a woman with a cursed snake in her vagina, and she bites off men's penises. So we're kind of turning the tide.
An ancient succubus with an insatiable lust for Javanese. Wow.
Turn the tide on some of those other European movies where the woman is now going to torment the man or men.
Yeah,
I guess
the queen of the South Sea, an ancient sex goddess, seduces men before using a serpent that resides in her vagina to devour their penises.
How could this be a bad movie?
How could
this be a bad movie? Hit the mother load.
Gonna watch this before my wife comes back home for sure.
All right. We hope you like this episode. Tell a friend. Tell your mother.
Yeah.
Tell the people who made the movie Australiens.
Write in and complain that Tim made me rush my story.
You've made me rush stories and jokes.
Yeah, but your stories are bad.
That was a good story.
I enjoyed yours.
I'm taken aback when you don't say anything. All right.
You're just going like, when's Uncle Ben coming? I want to hear about rice.
All right, everybody. See you next week for Lady Toymanada. We didn't do any Australian accents, man.
Yeah, really, but that's to our credit, I think. Wait, right. Tim, as we go out, why don't you say if you want to try it, I do want to hear it. Say your going out lines in an Australian accent.
Go your own way. Go your own way.
Okay, that's kind of Australian-ish, I guess. Yep. Write in and tell us how bad our Australian accent was. All right, bye, everybody.
Goodbye. Go your own way.
This has been a Pity Party Line production.
Party line, it's a party line.
Yeah, okay.
Did you ever decide what your favorite Lady Gaga hit is from her new album? You're always on me about that.
I think on the episode...
Abracadabra, you like that one? Or Killa?
Yeah, let's do Killa Dilla.
Or Disease. It's just Killa. You know how she spells Killa on her album?
Killa. All right.
With an H at the end.
Ah.